fiance?
No.
You have a fiance? Oh, of course he does, you big drunken idiot. She's achingly beautiful.
How would you describe him?
He's very interested in political reforms. He shares the convictions of the younger generation, if not their youth.
Handsome.
There's something about his hair I like. The effort that's gone into it. It's attractive when a man his age makes an effort.
He said he was looking for a bride, well-born but poor. On the grounds she will regard her husband as a benefactor.
I decided to overlook that remark.
They are not spiritual in their sympathy.
No, goodness no. He's a lawyer who's come to Petersburg to open an office. He's looking for a secretary that he could depend upon, and I happen to mention the happy circumstance of having a brother who's a law student. Was a law student. Anyway, I feel that if I take some interest in my husband's happiness, he'll take some interest in mine.
I'm sorry, but I forbid you to marry him.
And you're out of your mind, you tyrant.
I will not allow you to sacrifice yourself for me. You're a proud, passionate woman, not some heroine of a novel. Stop being noble, Dunya.
I'm not sacrificing my life for you. I'm marrying because I'm poor. My family is poor. A young woman in my circumstances has the choice of becoming a governess or nothing. And when a governess is subject to the unwanted attention of her employer, as I was with Mr. Galoff, a man like my fiancé is a knight in shining armour.
Why don't you arrange to see him, Rodia?
I can hardly receive him here.
Is there a park we can meet?
The Yusupov Garden.
Shall we say 10 o'clock tomorrow? You can put Fyodor Petrovich through his paces.
Just try not to provoke him too much. We haven't got the train fare home.
He'll need my support as well. I'll carry him under my arm if need be. And I will see you tomorrow, Dunya darlings. I am anxious to meet your exciting fiancé.
In the park, you may give me your arm.
I would be enchanted. So happy today. It's almost mystical, the children, the kites. Oh, it's infectious.
Children are very infectious in this kind of heat.
And what is it you dislike about the park, Claudia? The people. Allow me to open your parasol on your arm.
Oh no, I'm far too clumsy for parasols. Folks get caught in my hair. Not to mention young men I blind.
Oh, permit me. I can't stand the park. It's full of blithering idiots. Can I suggest the zoo?
How good to see you, Pulcheria Alexandrovna. I trust you found your accommodation convenient, bless you, sir.
Perfect.
And how's my land? Long.
Long time.
Yes, very fine.
Lavender.
Thank you. Do you think so?
Yes. Very much.
And who, as though I need to ask, is this?
Fyodor Petrovich, my son Rodion Romanovich, and his very good friend Dmitry Prokopich Razumnikin.
It's always a pleasure to meet the younger generation. New ideas, new economics. In the old days, we used to believe if I took a slice of cake, that meant less for you. Now, these English economists, Adam Smith and Better and so on, have shown that a commercial enterprise nakedly pursuing its own self-interest creates more wealth than existed previously, and thereby increasing the size of the cake. Morality is neither here nor there. I'm utilitarian in my philosophy. The more worth an action is determined by its outcome, not by the action itself. I'm sure you'll agree with me, Romanovich. Nothing is intrinsically right or intrinsically wrong. The end justifies the means.
And justifies the me. Forgive me, Jan Petrovich, but when people tell me their ideas in a self-congratulatory manner and pour forth platitudes the likes of which I've heard over and over again, it reminds me of the monotonous and uninteresting stink of sewage. It's literally making me blush. Now, I know you're trying to make a good first impression by showing off your knowledge, and I don't condemn you for that. But for once, can you at least try and say something that you've actually thought?
No intrinsic. Where was I? Intrinsic morality. That's all very well, you say, but what about the increase of crime among the rich? If there's no morality, then where will it end? First, the bankers who swindle the public and won't pay anything back. Then, the politicians who swindle the public and won't pay anything back. And now the murder of this pawnbroker.
What's the murder got to do with anything?
Well, if she's been murdered by one of her clients, he must have been a person of some social standing or to have nothing of value to pawn.
I'm afraid your thinking is rather muddled.
I hope you'll be able to discuss matters of philosophy in a temperate manner. I am a lawyer. I am looking for my clarity and exposition.
Now, Peter Petrovich, be sure to get along with my brother. Don't make me choose between you.
I hope he's not mistaken my friendly and equitable manner.
Mistaking it for what? Never mind that. Let's examine your lawyering of clarity. For instance, would you argue that poverty is shameful?
Oswald Moore. I do not admire poverty as almost some people do. Let's just say I find it unattractive.
Except in a bride.
You repeated an idea I expressed to you in private, Prokeri Alexandrovna, while drinking coffee. I said, if I recollect, from the conjugal point of view, marriage with a poor girl had merit, that poverty might produce a better character than luxury.
If you believe that poverty produces a better moral character, then why advocate the pursuit of wealth?
When you repeated our conversation, Prokeri Alexandrovna, what construction did you put upon my words?
I repeat them as I understood them.
If you can't remember my exact words, I'd be grateful in the future if you regarded our conversations as private.
I was just trying to give my son an impression of your character.
I never asked you to put on a pedestal. This new and rather critical tone rather surprises me. You discussed my character.
It's what my happiness depends on.
I'm a man of progressive opinion. I believe in the equal rights of women. I am a liberal, and you had the nerve to discuss my character.
Peter Petrovich, we have left home and put ourselves in your hands. Show my mother how kind you can be.
There's a line that's very dangerous to overstep.
Are we leaving home to live under a tyranny?
Tyranny? Very few men espouse the cause of democracy as strongly as I do, woman!
Well, Peter Petrovich, we have 3 rubles in the entire world, and nothing's a pawn but this watch. But I will walk the 600 miles home in my bare feet, rejoicing on the road to freedom.
I might understand that you're breaking off our engagement.
Yes.
In that case, Prokeri Alexandrovna, some costs have occurred. I shall count a flat for my wife to be and I, and refurbish it at my own expense.
Who thinks he's in court?
Purchase furniture, jewelry even.
He talks about Jews. Peter Petrovich, my daughter is as priceless as salvation. Dmitri Prokofich, be so good and take us to the zoo.
I'm ashamed of myself, Rodia. Had I known the kind of man he'd be, nothing would have tempted me.
What blinded you?
I wanted to be here with you, in Petersburg.
Have you any idea of the treasure you've lost? Have you any idea of the treasure you've lost? I'm not entitled to deep thoughts. Have you ever wandered through the streets of a city and touched its steel for a feeling of comfort? Closeness. Ever wanted to get down on your knees and pray, even though you know it's laughable? Please let something happen next.
my only love. Hand in hand as we the brother among the stars who walk tonight. Blessed star, your life's reminder.
Pardon me, madame, I'm looking for...
What is the meaning of walking in here like this? Do you know who I am? I am Katerina Ivanovna Marmeladov. My father held a very senior rank in the civil service.
Katerina Ivanovna, I believe this is your husband, Semyon Zakharovich.
I'm not surprised. He's always been carried home.
He's been hit by a carriage.
Everyone has to bear the burden and him.
Katerina Ivanovna, he's going to die.
Do you think it's a tragedy? Do you want me to make a scene? He's brought us nothing but misery. I'm in my slip because I'm washing my only dress. He robbed his wife and 4 children so he can drink himself into oblivion.
Someone run for a doctor.
Unless you're married to a drunkard, you have no idea. You no doubt imagine the worst part is the poverty. The worst part is that he sometimes appears to be like anybody else. That's the cruel part. That's why you reason with him as if he's a human being. That's why you believe him. You think he has feelings for you. He cries with remorse on his hands and knees, promises you to stop drinking, and then he goes off. And you don't see him for 5 days. Leaves the house as civil servants, comes back at home. I cannot trust my eyes anymore.
I'm amazed he's conscious. His chest is gashed, crushed, fractured, yellow black bruise over his heart where the horse kicked him.
He somehow managed to get caught up in the wheel. It went over him 3 or 4 times before it stopped. Is there nothing you can do?
I could bleed him. I mean, it would serve no purpose, but we could do it for show.
For show. That would be in the keeping. The man's an actor. Everything he does is false. Go on. Give him a deathbed scene. Go on. Where is the priest? A man is dying and we're smoking. Go on. Smoke as much as you want. Go on. Hold hands with your sweetheart. You are striking the wrong chord. Go on, I don't need you. Oh, if I compared this with scenes from my childhood. I went to balls with Prince Eugene. I danced with Prince Cherminkowski. He proposed. I said no. My heart was already set on someone else. The infantry officer. A handsome gambler. At least when he deserted me, I had things I could own. You brought me to ruin, you drunkard!
May God comfort you in your distress. Blessed they are mourn and they shall be comforted.
About God. How am I gonna feed my children, you charlatan?
God is merciful.
Not to us! Oh, look who's come.
Who is it?
It's your daughter, Sonia.
Come to hear my last words. What should I say? If I said sorry, who'd believe me? I said sorry 1,000 times, got drunk again.
Why talk? Why say anything?
Don't you want to know what it's like? You're gonna die one day. All of you.
Don't upset yourself. Let's say a prayer together.
He's going to die. A prayer won't do him any good.
Say after me. Most Holy Mary, Mother of God.
Most Holy Mary, Mother of God.
All my hope in thee I do repose.
All my hope in thee I do propose.
Shelter me beneath thy veil.
Shelter.
He's dead.
It's what you wanted. Semyon Zakharovich is dead.
God forgive him. May the memory of him be no burden to you.
God grant him rest.
It's not the money a drunkard brought you off. His life is such a performance, you forget how to behave. didn't know when to cry. You laugh at the wrong times, and then when he died, you lose you lose your temper. You said Mr. Robbie had come home tonight, having sold all his clothes and spent every penny he could borrow, and I looked at him the wrong way. He would have thrown a fit, then cried at the injustice of life, bewailed his fate like a final scene in a tragedy, and fallen asleep. Snort, 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 while I had to take off his clothes and wash them!
I've been in it of an Last week, your husband told me the circumstances in his family. It was because of his devotion to you and Sonia Semyonovna that we became friends. Allow me to contribute to these funeral expenses. Sonia Semyonovna, last week we met at the police station. Will you accept my contribution?
We don't need the money.